Hi everyone, today we're going to make Frankenstein's monster, or Frank. We're going to use construction paper, we're going to cut it out, we're going to glue it, and make a funny or angry or silly Frankenstein. Here are the supplies you will need to make your Frankenstein monster. 4.5 by 6 inch pieces of paper. You will need green, white, dark green, and gray. A 9 by 6 inch piece of purple paper. A 9 by 12 inch piece of orange paper, a pencil, a pair of scissors, and white bottled glue. Let's get started. First, you will need your orange paper and your purple paper. Put your orange paper in front of you so that it is portrait or vertical. We're going to take the purple paper, and first thing is we're just going to cut one side off. This extra paper we'll use for extra details on our monster, like the eye. We're going to use this purple paper to make Frank's shirt. We're going to draw a curved line on the top left corner and a curved line on the top right corner to round off the paper for his shoulders. Once you have that drawn, take your scissors and cut along the lines we just drew. Okay, put glue on it. We're going to glue it to the orange paper. If you have glue on the tip of your bottle, just peel that off. Remember, just a dot, not a lot. I know we're not just making dots, but don't use too much glue. You don't want puddles of glue on your paper. Glue that to the bottom. Press it down. Take your dark green construction paper. We're going to glue that for Frank's head. Put it right at the top of that purple shirt. Take your remaining green paper, it's a lighter green. We're going to draw a line from the top, right in the center. We're going to bring it down about maybe 3 fingers. Then make a large letter C curved line like this, letter C. And then at the bottom of the C, bring the line down to the bottom of the page. This is going to be Frank's nose, and we're going to use the remaining paper to make his ears, the V of his shirt, and other details. So go ahead and cut along that line we just drew. Then we're going to glue this side that has the nose on it down on the dark green. Now you could glue it on the left, you could also glue it on the right, or you could glue this part down too, and then you would have a dark nose. It's up to you. I'm going to do this part with the pencil lines down so you don't see them. Next, let's make a V so it looks like he's wearing a collared shirt. So take your green paper and we're going to just cut a triangle from it, like that. We're going to glue that down right below Frank's chin. We're going to use the leftover paper to make some ears. One easy way to make an ear is if you, on the edge of the paper, make a curved line like a C. And I'm going to make the ears different sizes. Remember, Frankenstein is made up of lots of different parts. Some are smaller than other parts, like eyes might be different sizes, ears might be different sizes. There's one. Two. All right, I'm going to glue them down. I'll put one higher than the other so it's not symmetrical. All right. Now let's make Frank's hair. Take your black paper, and I'm going to use a white colored pencil so you guys can see. But one hairstyle that he usually has is this, where it looks like letter V's and W's. So I'm going to make a zigzag line going across. Looks like a capital M, and then just continue it. You can make them different heights. all the way across. Okay, and that might be a little too wide, but we'll see how it looks. All right, cut along the line, back and forth. It's okay if you're not right on the line. If you don't have a white colored pencil, you can draw with regular pencil. You'll be able to see the lines on your paper. All right, let's see if that fits. It's a little different hairstyle than this one, but I like it. I fix this corner. There we go. All right, I'm gonna glue Frank's hair down, the pencil drawing side face down. Make it a little crooked. There we go. I'm going to use the leftover black paper to make Frank's mouth. So to do that, I'm going to draw like a round shape. It almost looks like a pear if you turn it this way, like a pear shape. So, or like a bean. It's kind of like a letter C. And then make a curved line like a backwards letter C here, kind of like that. It kind of looks like a pear. Cut it out. Now you could make Frank happy if you want. This Frankenstein looks a little mad, but you could make your Frankenstein silly if you like. All right. Mouth looks pretty good. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to glue that down. This looks different. I did it on the other side, but it still works. Next, get your white and gray paper, and we're going to use these two colors to make Frank's eyes, the bolts in his neck, his teeth, buttons on his shirt, and the electricity coming from the bolts. So first, you're going to make a circle for one eye. Let's use white first. Cut out the circle. See if it's a good size. Glue it down. Then I'm going to use the gray paper, and on this one, I'm going to make a bigger circle so they're not the same size. I did it opposite here, but you can change it up. This eye's going to go here, like kind of behind his nose. You like tuck it behind the nose, it looks more 3D. Now we're going to make the irises in his eye. We're going to make one purple and one green. So take the purple paper that we cut off of the shirt at the beginning and draw a circle or an oval shape. Cut that out. See if it fits. Glue it down. I like to make Frank's eyes looking in different directions. For the gray eye, I'm going to use a green iris. So you can draw a smaller circle here, cut it out. Watch your fingers. You cut in these small circles, you have to really watch your fingers. Okay, see if it fits. I'm gonna make this eye looking up. Now we're gonna make the pupils. So we need two small circles. So I'm gonna draw two small circles, different sizes, cut them out. We're also gonna use the black paper to make an eyebrow. I gave Frank just one eyebrow, but if you want, you could do two. It's up to you. There's one pupil. There's the second one. Now on mine, I made the teeth different shapes. I even made some teeth that are cracked. So when we get to that, you can do that as well if you want. Oh, it's okay if the glue is showing, it'll dry shiny, which might look good on the eye. Let's add some teeth. So we're going to take the white and the gray paper, and first I like to start by just cutting out some strips. So I'm going to cut a skinny piece of white, skinny piece of gray, and then I'm not going to draw the teeth. I'm just going to cut out some squares and rectangles. They're going to be the teeth. Some white squares and rectangles. You could just glue them down like this. Okay, that's one way to do it. Or if you want to make it more detailed, you can cut it so it looks like they're rounded or they have a couple cracked teeth. So you just make a couple like zigzag cuts like we did on his hair, on the tooth. Some teeth you might want pointy or rounded, so just take your scissors and round off the corner. Now we're going to make the bolts in Frankenstein's neck. If you look close, they kind of look like a capital letter T, like a block letter. So to do that, take a piece of your gray paper remaining, fold it in half, and this way we'll draw one, but we'll cut out two at the same time. So to make a capital T, I kind of make like a number 7, and then a backwards 7 like this, and then a line going up, and a line closing the bottom, and there you go. So keep them folded and cut both at the same time. These bolts, that's where Dr. Frankenstein hooked Frank up to the electricity, the lightning bolt that brought him back to life. So glue the bolts down. I like to make them different heights like I did Frank's ears. Okay, now you guys can add extra details. What I did here was I took my pencil. If you have a black crayon or a black marker, and you can make two like tall vertical lines like number 1s to make it look like Frank has sleeves. And then I gave him some buttons here. So I used my gray paper and I cut out 2 circles. Or oval shapes. There's one button. Cut out the second one. Then what I did was I made like an X with a couple lines to make it look like the thread that's holding the button to the shirt. And then I made kind of like an oval shape at the end like that for the holes in the button. A couple ovals and color men or circles. Okay, and then I glued those down. All right, we're going to add an eyebrow on Frank. Draw a skinny oval shape like this. It's called an ellipse. Kind of looks like a pickle. Go ahead and cut that out. You can give Frank 2 eyebrows if you want. I thought he looked funnier with just the one. And you can see if that fits. And if you point it down, it looks like he's very angry. Now, I'm going to show you how to make the electricity coming from Frankenstein's bolts. Take your piece of white paper, and we're going to make some zigzag lines, like letter W's and M's. Here's a Z. Then go back and make a second line to make it thicker. Okay, do several of those. Once you get them drawn, then carefully cut them out. Once you have them cut out, glue them down. I hope you enjoyed making Frankenstein's monster today. Join me next time to make more electrifying art.